UltraPitch is a useful tool for pitch shifting, creating multiple voice harmonies, and other special effects. There are three components that make up UltraPitch. Shift is for normal pitch shifting mono and stereo signals. 3-Voice Harmony Maker adds harmonization of 3 additional voices from the original mono or stereo signal. The 6-Voice Harmony Maker adds harmonization of 6 additional voices from the original mono or stereo signal. When processing a stereo signal, the left channel is the default source for pitch detection and shifting, as the process is essentially monophonic and only one input can be tracked according to pitch. UltraPitch has a range of 1 octave up and 1 octave down with half-step intervals. It only works on monophonic signals since the pitch detection feature in UltraPitch cannot determine the pitch of polyphonic sounds such as a guitar chord. We are going to look at the 6-Voice Harmony Maker since it contains everything the other 2 components have in the way of features. Let's check out the controls. Starting on the right for a change is the pitch detector graph, which is a real-time graphic display showing the original signal's current pitch. The blue line shows the pitch tracking. When the blue line turns black, this signifies silent movements in the track. If the pitch shows gray, it means there were no detectable pitches. The fader control above the display is the monitor scrolling speed control. Adjust this according to the speed of your monitor. Doing so will allow you to see the pitch detection and be able to adjust the minimum and max pitch thresholds appropriately. The minimum and maximum pitch thresholds are adjusted via the fields below the graphic display or by the yellow handles from within the display. The minimum pitch is the handle with the arrow pointing downward. Set this just below the lowest note performed for best pitch detection.
If you fail, just try it again. Don't give up on that.
The max pitch is the handle with the arrow pointing upward. Set this just above the highest note performed for best pitch detection. You can, for creative effects, set the max and minimum pitch threshold controls to equal each other. Make sure you try this or check out some of the factory presets that use this combination.
Dynamite, the girl, she's dynamite. When we go out,
Below the graphic display is the Mode Options selector. The following are the mode selections. Default, which is for general purpose processing. Voice Steady, which is for voices without quick pitch changes. Voice Stressed, which is for voices with quick pitch changes. Voice Opera, which is for very clear voices. Music Steady, which is for instruments with distinct tones such as flute, piano, etc. Clear Tones, which is for very clear tones such as vibraphone or synthesizer. Bass, which is for low frequency signals such as bass guitar. Now let's move over to the lower left of the plugin window and check out the individual voice controls, including the original signal shown above the additional voices. First are the on-off buttons for the direct signal and each voice. The gain control adjusts the level of each voice. Click and drag, enter the number with the keypad, or just use the appropriate marker to move up or down to adjust the gain. The pan control positions the voices across the stereo field. You can click or drag the value, enter the value into the field from the numeric keypad, or move the appropriate marker in the graph left or right to control the pan image of each voice. The delay control allows us to create a time delay for each voice between 0 and 100 milliseconds. Drag left or right in the field, or enter the value with the numeric keypad. Above the individual voice controls, we find 2 more controls, direct level and animation. The direct level control adjusts the input level gain of the original track. It can be trimmed to -24 dB. Simply use the fader to make adjustments. The animation control ranges from 0 to 100 milliseconds. It is used to add realism to the UltraPitch effect by creating what Waves calls random asynchronicity. Click and hold the mouse to adjust this control, or simply enter a value with the numeric keypad. The next section is in the middle, and it's called the Voice Character section. It displays the settings of the voice's pitch and format parameters. It includes a graphic window which allows control of some of the included parameters. When a voice is on, you will see a color-coded marker representing it. If you click and drag up or down on the marker, you will be adjusting the pitch of the selected voice. If you drag from side to side, you will be adjusting the format parameter of the selected voice. Next is the link selection. Set it to free for no constraints on the formats axis while adjusting the pitch parameter. You can also use the following link presets. They have been created to include the ideal format correction curve for the particular musical name. Check out the pull-down menu or simply click on the button to cycle through the presets. The presets have predefined format curves that cannot be edited, so make sure to select free if you want to adjust the format curve to your liking. Below the links section are the pitch and format controls. You can use the pull-down menus to select pitch intervals from a keyboard graphic menu. Here you can only make half-step interval selections. You can also click next to the arrow and drag up or down to adjust the pitch interval with a more fine resolution. Click and drag left or right in the formats field to adjust its value. Remember, you can also click on the markers in the graphic display to control these same parameters. Let's take UltraPitch for a test drive on a vocal track. Remember, option clicking on the controls will reset them to their default values.
If you fail, just try it again. Don't give up on that girl with beautiful pale skin. And if your spirit breaks, she'll fix you with glue. She can ward off the devil with fictions of voodoo. Because she's dynamite, girl, she's dynamite. When we go out, she makes me feel alright. Dynamite, girl, she's dynamite. When we go out, I never wanna be without her. We've seen the face of a drama queen wrapped around your heart and saying things that she'll never mean. You could go, but you know that you won't. You'll sit beside yourself and enjoy her on speakerphone. Because she's dynamite, the girl, she's dynamite. When we go out, she makes me feel alright. Dynamite, the girl, she's dynamite. When we go out, I never wanna be without her. I think that I'd die without her. If you fail, just try it again. Don't give up on that girl with beautiful pale.
As you can see, UltraPitch is very powerful and yet intuitive due to Wave's easy-to-tweak graphic interface. Make sure to check out your Waves plugins user guide for even more information and helpful tips.
We go out, she makes me feel alright. Dynamite, the girl, she's dynamite. We go out.